part of a project to help bring some closure to those who lost loved ones. Between 1960 and 1989, 130 political prisoners were hanged and buried in unmarked graves. Tanya Page has more from Pretoria.
The exhumation of political prisoners killed during apartheid was one of the findings of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which carried out over years after the end of apartheid to give victims the chance to have their say and to tell their stories. I was speaking earlier to the Minister of Justice, and he said part of the reason it's taken so long is because the apartheid regime tried to cover up exactly what had happened, so the records were difficult to piece together. It's been quite a painstaking process, and the graves weren't marked by a large part, so they needed to sort of cross-check what exists in the graveyard now with those old records to make sure that where they were digging was the right spot, and they knew roughly whose remains might be contained inside. The remains will not be handed over to the families immediately because they need to make sure, of course, of each person's identity. They're going to do that through a series of dental records and facial sort of recognition. If necessary, they're going to DNA test, and they think at some point near the end of January they will finally be able to hand over the remains of these people to the families who were here earlier today to see this quite momentous occasion for them and some closure for them as well.